And how's it going? Jeremiah Krakowski here. Listen, I want to talk to you about the new rules of engagement on social media. And I'm talking about two forms of engagement, both the engagement numbers that you get, the engagement responses that you get, and engaging with other people, the impact, the feedback, as well as when we talk about rules of engagement, we're actually talking about the rules of the game. We're talking about playing by the rules. Now, here's the deal. Playing by the rules actually is when you break the rules and something new happens. There's new rules because the game has changed. The old game no longer works. And the new rules of engagement are this, that the numbers don't matter. That the engagement numbers, the number of likes you get, the number of comments you get, the number of people that watch your videos, none of that matters at all. None of it matters. That's the old way of doing things. And yet people get so stuck in their mind focusing on what they heard worked 10 years ago, 5 years ago. And they're focused on with blinders of what's actually going on around them with what they think because somebody told them that or because of how they feel. And the issue is that people are doing things just to validate that something works. You need to stop trying to validate yourself. You need to stop trying to validate that what you're doing is right. This is the new rules of engagement. As long as you keep trying to validate yourself on social media, as long as you keep trying to prove that what you're doing is working, it will actually stop working. The new rules of engagement are this. Do it like the algorithm doesn't exist. By the way, that's a quote from Gary Vaynerchuk. I think he kind of knows what he's talking about. Andy Frisella says this, do it like the likes don't exist. Again, big social media guy, kind of knows what he's talking about. Do it like the comments and the likes and the numbers don't exist. Those are the new rules of engagement on social media. Erase from your mind the blinders that you have of focusing on, oh, I got 2 views on this video. Oh, I got 10 views. Oh, nobody's commenting. Oh, nobody's liking. And, stop worrying about it. By the way, this video is probably not going to get any comments from people because they want to disprove what I'm saying. And that's cool. Totally fine. I'm still going to boost it out to people in an ad. And if you're seeing this through a sponsored ad, it's because I want to impact people and I want to reach them and I want them to not pay attention just to me and validate me. Go listen to Andy Frisella and Gary Vaynerchuk, those two guys. Okay. Andy Frisella, he has his podcast. I forget what it's called. Anyways, everybody knows who Gary Vee is, and Gary Vee is also saying this, and yet for some reason, people think that Andy and Gary don't know what they're talking about and that they know better based on trying to get the approval of other people. Are you kidding me? Seriously. The new rules of engagement are this. The numbers don't matter. The comments don't matter. The likes don't matter. The shares don't matter. Talk about what is actually going to help serve somebody, what is actually going to help them reach a higher level. Stop focusing on the numbers. Stop focusing on the comments, the views, the shares. Well, did they like me? Well, they didn't comment on that, so they probably didn't like that. Well, they didn't share it, so that means maybe it wasn't good. Stop it. You're blinding yourself based on focusing on what you don't want rather than what you do want. You, as somebody watching this video right now, probably has something inside of your heart that you know can help people, that you know can help people go to another level. And yet you've been listening to the lie inside of you saying that, well, but nobody's commenting on it. Well, nobody engaged on that. Well, I'm not ready yet. Well, I don't know the right things to do. And you're keeping your mouth shut. You're not writing. You're not communicating. You're not operating in a way based on because you're idolizing engagement. You're actually putting engagement on a pedestal. You're actually putting the numbers on a pedestal and living your life by the numbers. Could you imagine if people did that when they were dating? Could you imagine if we did that with our friendships? Well, I'm not going to talk to my best friend because he didn't give me the like I wanted today. And yet people do this while they're trying to build a business on social media. The rules of engagement have changed. The numbers don't matter. The likes don't matter. The shares don't matter. The comments don't matter at all, except for this, that the right people who are supposed to be watching and hearing your message hear it, and that you speak directly to those people deep into their core, even if they don't want to hear it, even if they don't believe you, even if they think that you're lying, even if they think that you don't know what you're talking about, even if they think that, well, that's not validated, well, that's not proven. Even if you think nobody's validating me, even if nobody's talking about it online. Talk about it. Make the content. Do it as if the algorithm doesn't exist. Make your content regardless of what anybody else around you says or any influencer on the planet is doing. Seriously, just try it. What do you have to lose? One, what do you have to risk? Two, what are you so afraid of? Whatever you fear, you empower. And you focusing on what you don't want is getting you more of what you don't want. Start doing what you do want and empower what you love. Talk about what you love. Talk about what you want more of in the world today. What I want more of myself is this, is I want more people to be empowered to speak with their mouth, to say the words that they know that they need to say, and to not have a gag order on their life. To not live like they're afraid to talk about the hard things. To not live like, well, because somebody's not validating them, they can't say it. To live like because the news says something, they can't talk about it. To live like because they don't have the credentials, they can't talk about it, and they haven't earned the right to talk about it. You don't have to earn the right to talk about something. Just do it. Just talk about it. You know, oh, by the way, Simon Sinek said that. Simon Sinek is another influencer. These are three guys that I've listened to. They're very different from each other. They actually probably would not get along in a room together. Maybe they would. I've never seen the three of them together in one place before, in fact. But these are three guys that I listen to. I would actually love to see a panel of the three of them because that would be awesome. Simon Sinek, Gary Vaynerchuk, Andy Frisella, Ed Milet, another guy that I love listening to, and they're all saying this. You don't have to be validated to go after your dreams. You don't need anybody to validate you to go after your destiny. The numbers don't matter on social media. You don't have to be an expert to teach people about something. By the way, I'm not a social media expert. Let me share that with you. I'm not. Been doing stuff more. I'm more media, art, entertainment, teaching, not an expert at social media. I know enough about it that I can help people with it and do advertising campaigns. But I rather hire people that are more skilled than me to do that stuff. But this is one thing that I do know, because I've been hearing it from all of these guys that have big millions of followers. The rules of engagement on social media have changed. Whether you believe me, want to disprove me, in fact, try to prove me wrong. Go listen to Gary V. Go listen to Andy Frisella, and go listen to Simon Sinek. Those are three guys, and Ed Milet, that are saying this exact same thing, but they can explain it way better than I can. Okay? The rules of engagement have changed. Talk about what you want to talk about, regardless of if anybody is validating you, regardless of if anybody's commenting back to you, regardless of if anybody thinks that you know what you're talking about, regardless if you believe in what you're, well, believe in what you're talking about, but regardless of if you believe that you're qualified enough to talk about it. For example, be honest with yourself and take ownership for why you are where you are right now, and then choose where you want to go. I am not qualified to talk about this right now, the new rules of engagement on social media, but I am. And I'm boosting this to people on social media. You might have found this through an ad, because I want to help people. I'm building a group that's on Facebook. I want to help 100,000 people make $1 million in their business. It's called the Grow Your Life Community. I have a podcast called Grow Your Life. Check it out as well. Can't wait to see you in the Facebook group. We'll talk soon.